What's up, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more acid techno, and we're just going to flip over the record that I did a reaction to in my last video, and we're going to listen to some acid fucking techno and the Tonal Shift remix of Shaft Punk's Squatt Rock. And this one is by D.A.V.E, the drummer, aka Henry Cullen. This tune, I think, for many people is very, very legendary. Fair to say, it is a different flavor than the original. It's deeper, it's darker, it's more subterranean. But it grows and it builds, and by the end, the acid is in a different idiom, but it is as powerful, or at least like as wild as the acid in the original. Again, it's a very different idiom, so I probably should just do better not to even compare them, just keep them in separate lanes. I feel like people who are like adamant about the original be like, no, how dare you, it's sacrilege. But again, I think for a lot of people, this one is as memorable, if not more memorable, just in a different way. So, like I said, I'm happy to have this release because I have both. So I think they go in two different kinds of sets. Again, the original to me, I'm going to be mixing it with other organ grinder, with some smitten, with some like the more wild Stay Up Forever, like the Chris Needs remix, A Rabbit's Name, or something like that. This one I'm going to be mixing more with like some, not necessarily plotting, but sort of like deeper, like heavier thumping sort of acid tunes. So again, maybe more remixes by D.A.V.E, the drummer. I keep thinking of this remix he did for Psy Squadron, Osmo's Drug Addict. I think it could go well with that one. The mix that I think Dave was or Henry was the lead sort of producer and engineer behind, that they did, called Stop the System, which is by the Psy Squadron. I think that would mix well with this. So again, different types of sets, different types of tunes, but this one is perhaps equally legendary. So here we go, Squatt Rock, Shaft Punk, Squatt Rock, the Tonal Shift remix by D.A.V.E, the drummer. On Stay Up Forever Remix 19, this is a white label. Oh! Sorry, Henry. Big upping the original, that needs to be done, but this is a masterpiece, make no mistake. And again, that sort of tonal shift of the bass line is just delicious. Wait for there's like this little acid eccentric. I love that. It's just a little detail. I love it. Rattling percussion coming in. Those sort of, they're almost outside the rhythmic structure of the track. I mean, they're still in it, but they're like adjacent to them. This is a builder. This is a real, layer by layer by layer by layer. Shout out to that synth as well. Next level incoming. I really love those little acid quacks. I don't know, it's like an acid duck. That drone layer, it was sort of underneath, but dissonant, high-pitched drone for a second there. That acid duck was really on acid. It was sort of twisted and washed out. Oh, dirty, haze drone coming in. can't hear it yet, don't worry, you will. I feel like I'm part of like an acid army that's just growing and growing as we march. It's like the scene near the end of V for Vendetta where suddenly there's just like thousands and thousands of people as part of the movement. We're just marching. Listen to the buzzing electric like haze layer as I call it. But like, you know, this is a tune where it's very similar to this after the break, but the acid goes to heights that it's not yet reaching. Prominent riff is really that warble that is now grown into this like proper riff. It's like the sonic quality is great. It's just a tasty riff. And again, the motoring like below it. Stripping down. Interlude into the breakdown. Kick drum like dying. Again, the riff is just like tasty to my ears and brain. Just the quality of the riff itself. But the utilitarian breakdown, right? Not much of a pause, just let the riff go a little bit, build it right back up, and let's just keep fucking marching as the army keeps growing. Right back into it. We're gonna go higher now. We're gonna fucking rock the acid. Nature of the percussion now. Kick drum just beating your brain into submission. Techno baton. Filth. Acid techno filth. Make it? You survive? I feel like, you know, Brown Nun, the original Squatt rock. I just have to ask every time we finish one of these acid techno hurricanes, like, did you make it? Are you alive? Again, shout out to the tonal shift bass line, the spinal cord of this track. the acid's flaring and all that other stuff is happening, you might forget about it, but it's just carries the tune. So now it's that plus that little buzzing like haze layer. Genius. Mixing out of this is glorious. And that of course is the homage to the original, like what did I call, like an insect sort of synth, like attacking your brain. I gotta say the very end of it seems sudden and brief, almost like, oh shit, no, hold on, you know, we gotta get out of the building, like the authorities are coming. Yeah, it's a little sudden, but honestly, it's a long journey. So by the time you get there, you know, you're either mixing out or, you know, you're just walking away from the turntables as they like crumble into dust from what just happened. Yeah, let me know if you enjoy that. Let me know if, you know, for you there's a big difference. Oh, it has to be the remix. Oh, the original is what it's all about. For me, I got room for both. As I said, I got alleyways for different acid techno types in my brain. Not only, you know, style, is it bright and bounding, is it hard and wicked, is it like heavy and plodding, is it, you know, old school, is it new school, is it sort of that middle phase as they sometimes call it. I got room for all that in my brain, different styles, different artists, different labels, different times. So let me know if you're the same. Let me know if you're sort of an acid omnivore as I am. Yeah, I like acid techno of all different kinds. But again, I would mix this in a different type of set than I would use the original in. So that's just as, you know, as a DJ, you approach sets. I often talk about it. I spin very spontaneously, but I do pre-select a like group of twice as many records as I need. So let's say if I'm gonna do like an hour-long set, what's that, like 12, 14 records somewhere in there. So I'll grab like 30 records and then I'll start, and then in the moment I just like, okay, what is going to go good with this? I want this one and whatever. So there'll be about 10 to 15 records that I pick that I don't end up using. So again, if I were to pre-select a set, I probably would not play the original and the remix in the same mix. But again, that's just my sort of attitude as a DJ and the way I try to tell particular sonic stories throughout the set, or, you know, as the set evolves from beginning to end. But yeah, either way, it's an amazing remix. Like I said, shout out to Henry for a killer remix of an already amazing original, and big ups to Stay Forever Remix for getting a tune that technically wasn't on Stay Forever originally, but, you know, being able to do that and then also to accompany, wow, try saying that word 3 times if your brain isn't working right. But no, to put a new excellent remix on a vinyl with an old school masterpiece. And, you know, I mentioned recently, there's been other times where they've done that, you know, doing a new remix of Rabbit's Name Was, or a new remix of Blow the Bloody Doors Off, or whatever it is. I love that. So I hope they continue doing that. And, you know, I just did remixes or reactions to all 4 remixes of Urban and Free. So obviously this is something that they're still keeping an eye on. I love that. Long may the old school classics still influence newer releases, both, you know, just in terms of sonic atmosphere and in terms of actually doing remixes of older tunes. So again, let me know if you're a big fan of that remix. Let me know if you like Stay Forever Remix. In general, like I said, I have more Stay Forever Remix that we're definitely going to get around to. So yeah, let me know if you're into that. Otherwise, have a good day, have a good night, and I'll see you next time. Peace.